Yo, 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 everybody. How are you all doing? Celestial here, back again with some survival Minecraft. Now, okay, look, I know. It's been 8 months since I last posted anything. I don't really want to get into it too much, but I do want to get into this again, this whole Minecraft experience. Don't worry about what's behind me. That's spoilers for what's in this I've video. I've taken a little siesta, but now I'm back and we're here to party. So in this video, all the clips that you see have actually been recorded about 8 months ago. I actually recorded this whole video 8 months ago, and then I didn't edit it up, didn't post it. I left for a little bit. I'm sorry about that, but I'm back. Don't worry, we're here. That cave looks really pretty with the lighting, actually. I like that a lot. But yeah, in this video, the audio is going to be slightly different just because I have a little bit of a new setup. Also, I just finished editing the whole video, and wow, it feels like such an old version of me. I feel rejuvenated. I feel energized. And listening to myself in the past is like, it felt strange. But don't worry, the next episode will be fully, okay, actually, maybe not fully in the present tense, because I have some clips from 8 months ago that I want to share with you guys. But I'll let you guys get into it. Anyway, enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Psst. Yo, 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 everybody, how's it going? I'm trying to keep it down because I don't want to scare them. Uh-oh, where'd it go? There it is. Yes, today I'm actually really excited because I want to talk about bees. Bees are a fascinating part of Minecraft. They're really cool. Literally, there was an update that came out, and all they did was just introduce bees. So it was a little bit of a lackluster update, in my opinion. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, so I think it was 1.16. It was somewhat recently. Bees were introduced, and along with bees came 4 new blocks and then something else to put in a bottle. And like I said, it wasn't the coolest update or anything, but it was still a pretty neat update. I've been really excited to do this actually because I've never touched bees before. I've never done anything with bees in this game yet, and I'm excited because I want to try to do things with bees. So we can actually see the bees in action right here. The bee will pop out, come towards a flower, and soon you'll see its butt turn a little bit yellow. Right? Right? Maybe? He's buzzing happily. Oh, come on. Do your thing. Do your magic. Come on. Did this honey level change, or did it just become, whoops, or did it just become nighttime? No, okay, he actually did increase the honey level of that. I forgot to bring a bed. But yeah, that was a quick introduction to bees. Um, Short and simple, just how I like it. Now I'm back here at my house because I wanted to show you that even though you can go out and find some naturally occurring bees just out in the wilderness, you don't have to do that in order to be able to find some bees. Actually, what you can do is if you plant either a birch sapling or an oak sapling right next to a flower, and you can either just let this thing grow or you can bone meal. I'm going to bone meal mine. You have a 10% chance of a tree spawning with one of the beehives attached to it. So that's actually what I'm trying to do. Whoops. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Aha! There we go. I finally managed to get it. So, yeah, we have a beehive that pops out a couple bees. So, the bee will actually search. Oh, okay, this came with 2 bees. That's awesome, actually. Oh, wow, this came with all 3 bees. That's crazy, actually. So, yeah, what a bee will do is it will search a 22 block distance away from its hive. It could go further if it needs to, but generally it'll keep a 22 block radius between its block and, where flowers are. And it will go out and try to find some flowers, and it will pollinate its hive. This probably is already at 2, right? No, it's only at honey level 0. I'm going to break this flower just so that they can go over to other different flowers and see. Um, Typically, the AI of the bee, it will go out and search for a nearby flower, and then it will try to tell other bees about this specific flower, how nice this flower is. It will alert the bees around it to that flower's location. So you'll tend to have kinds of swarms of bees going after a single flower. Now that it's becoming nighttime, the bees won't work during the night. Do I have any torches on me? I don't think so. No. So, yeah, the bees won't come out during the nighttime. They will only come out during the daytime, unless you're in a different dimension like the Nether or the End, which we haven't discovered yet. But if you're in one of these dimensions, there are no day or night cycles, so the bees will continuously be working to try to find some flowers. Something we can do with these beehives, actually, and we have to make sure, with a silk touch, it doesn't have to be a pickaxe, but with a silk touch item, if we mine this, we can pick it up, and we can get the not the enchantment, the advancement, total bee location. Move a bee nest that has 3 bees inside using silk touch. So that's perfect. That means actually we do have all of the bees in here. So now we can move this around wherever we'd like, and it's important that we need silk touch, or that we had silk touch for that. So we're gonna pop that down right there. Maybe we'll make a couple flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm actually moving these flowers 10 blocks apart because I wanted to showcase something a little interesting to you guys. So I just slept. I'm assuming the bees will pop out soon. Yep, there they are. So this is probably at honey. Oh, it's only at honey level 3. I'm surprised. I thought it was going to be at 4. These bees are going off in all different directions. I lined up some flowers right here to try to entice them. This guy will go for them, which is perfect because this is exactly when I show you off. And actually showing off the AI, this guy's kind of leading him towards here. But when a bee finishes pollinating a flower, it will have these particle effects that you saw earlier. One actual good use of these particle effects, and you could see it perfectly right here actually, is that it will grow, it will actually increase the stages of anything that is being grown. That includes carrots, potatoes, or stems of pumpkins, melons, and this is kind of showing it off. You could see the green particles similar to using bone meal on them. In fact, you can kind of think about that. It's almost like free bone meal. So if we have these bees traveling through a field of just anything that we wish to grow with flowers at the end of it, we'll actually have a good way of getting some free and fast food. And now this thing's filling up. I actually have a texture pack on, which makes it so that if you you won't be able to see the honey level just at a glance. Like, I have mine set so that if this is at honey level 3, you can see the honey level right here. We can't do anything until this is at honey level 5, which will be soon. Look at this bee. This bee is really adventurous. Wow, did he just take a dip in the water? I'm not gonna lie, I'm really surprised actually, because I was under the oh, there it goes. Yeah, you just saw it actually. If a bee goes into the water, they'll actually take damage. I don't know what the heck is wrong with this bee and why he wants to drown himself, but yeah, bees are actually terribly allergic to water. I suppose it's similar to how, like, if a bee gets wet in real life, then it won't be able to flap its wings. It has to dry off fully before it's able to fly. Oh, that's one that popped out, and the other one should be popping out rather soon. This is almost at honey level 5. I'm excited to show you what happens next after that. Oh, there he goes. Actually, it's really kind of nice. It's almost atmospheric having all these bees kind of floating around the place. It's kind of cool. Um, I think I'm gonna show you the shears first. Now, oh, I think, yep, here he comes. He has some pollen on him. Now, this is at honey level 5. Now, even though he's in here and he's repollinating this whole place, I'll let you know that this can't increase above 5. So, at any point where a bee is in here and there's already 5 in there, it'd be almost a little bit of a waste having him try to pollinate that inside the hive. Now, I'm just going to showcase this off here and right now. If you either use a honey bot or a glass bottle or some shears on the hive, the bee will attack you, and I'll show that. Oh, all of the bees will attack me actually. Okay, I suppose just these 2 bees will attack me. I'm actually going to run away now because I don't want to be stung. If you get stung, you actually get a poison status effect on you, similar to, well, I guess we haven't experienced it yet, but if we found any cave spiders or any witches that throw poison at us, that would actually do us some harm. I'm running away. Typically, oh, yeah, they just got disinterested of me. So what will happen is these guys will come over, they'll try to sting you, and when they sting you, you'll actually take quite a lot of damage, but similar to how in real life, if a bee stings you, its stinger, well, in real life, it could pop off, but in this game, its stinger will pop off, and they will die. After about a minute or so after stinging you, all these bees will just perish, and it's kind of sad, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm leading them back to their hive with these flowers actually, because what you might not have known is you can actually breed bees in this game. If you right click on them with flowers, whoops, they'll do their little baby making dance and you'll get a bee. And you'll get anywhere from 1 to 7 XP from that. So it's not a bad bet. So now we actually have 4 bees roaming around, and this bee will start doing some work too. And it's actually kind of deceptively big how big this bee is, because he looks big from here, but you know, turn back and this guy's tiny. He's minuscule. I think he's the second smallest mob in the game, second to baby turtles. You can only have 3 bees per hive, which means one of these bees doesn't have a home all of a sudden. Oh, thank you. So what can we do about that? We could either take our chances and try to breed up a couple more of these hives, even though they have a chance of, I suppose, spawning 3 more bees, or we can make an apiary. In this game, it's actually not called an apiary. I think this is called a hive. Yeah, this is a beehive. Not to be confused with this, which I also call a beehive. This is actually called a bee nest, which I hate that. I wish this was called a beehive and this was called like an apiary, but hey, that's what the game is. So yeah, if we plop down this beehive right here, some of the bees will actually be more attracted to this instead of this now. Not in the sense that, you know, they have any differences to them and that generally they're more attracted to this, just more the fact that it's another home for them. So now instead of going to this one, they have to choose between the 2 of these. So that's awesome. He's actually increasing the honey level. That's up to 3 now, and this basically acts as just another beehive. It has honey level as well. So if at any point this reaches level 5, we can also do the same things to it. And literally this just acts as a bee nest or beehive. I'm sorry, I'm going to call these beehives. And I'm just going to call these apiaries or something. Yeah. Anything that an apiary can do, or I'm sorry, basically an apiary is literally the exact same thing as a beehive. The only difference is that this is a block that you can craft, or this is a block that has to be generated in some way. But yeah, you can really see, now that he's traveling in like a straight line, you can really see the bone meal effect that he's having on these plants. It's actually surprisingly good. especially if you close this area off, which I'm thinking about doing actually. Um, Although I might move all these beehives. I don't want them just like around my area. I have to clean this place up a little bit. It's rather messy. There's just a lot of stuff going on around here. There we go. This is at level 5 now, which means we're actually able to showcase off a different mechanic of bees. And that's actually if you have a campfire underneath of a beehive, and really all it is just as long as the smoke from the campfire is touching the beehive, that will sedate the bees. So if you use shears or if you use some bottles on these, the bees actually won't come out, and you'll get another achievement: be our guest. Use a campfire to collect honey from a beehive using a bottle without aggravating the bees. So I have a couple interesting facts about these bees actually. So not only do they work in the nether constantly, they don't stop. They're actually considered as an arthropod. And remember that book that we got the other day, the Bane of Arthropods Enchanted book? Well, similar to how you can kill spiders more easily with it, you can also kill these guys. They will take more damage with a Bane of Arthropods sword than a normal sword, which is honestly really interesting to me. I just found that out today looking through the wiki, trying to make sure that I stocked up all my knowledge on these bees, because I was really excited about these guys actually. I really wanted to show them off to you. Actually, another thing that you might find interesting is the reason why I made this 10 blocks wide or 10 blocks long is that because bees will be able to bone meal or pollinate all of these crops 10 times um, before they run out of pollination. So they can pollinate 10 rows of these, pop in here, and then pollinate their honey in here. So this is, I suppose it's not the most efficient farm, just because as we've seen, it hasn't always been pollinating all 10 columns of these, but it has been pollinating a couple of them. So maybe if we wanted to, later on, if we wanted to make a farm like this, we could just make it so that the bees actually are forced to travel in straight lines, making it so that they can only pollinate 10 at a time. It's already at honey level 4. This is becoming really quick. So what I want to show you now actually is some redstone mechanics, because bees and redstone actually work pretty well together. Oh, I need more iron, don't I? Um, okay. I do need more iron, but I probably can get away with just one of these. So that's all right. So I'm gonna make another hopper for myself. Probably need either a barrel or some chests. So I'm gonna show you a couple of redstone components that we can make actually. Yeah, so first of all, very fun thing to actually mess around with is whoops. One very fun thing to mess around with, and actually I need some more cobblestone for this, is a dispenser. Dispensers are very interesting things. If you want to learn more about them, I do recommend my Redstone Academy videos. Another redstone component that we have to make is an observer. Observers are very interesting because they observe changes in blocks, and we'll look more into those later. And then the last thing that I need is, whoops, I think it's stone, right? There it is, a redstone comparator. There we go. I think these are the 3 main blocks that we need in order to kind of showcase redstone with bees. Oh, it's raining. Bees won't work during the rain, so maybe now is not the best time to showcase these. It's not nighttime, so I can't really go to sleep, but I can show you the different functionalities of an observer. If I place down an observer and I have some redstone dust and I have my resource pack on, so we're able to see what happens actually. If the block that the observer is observing, we'll say, changes like that, it will send out a quick 1-tick pulse showing that a change has occurred in this area. And actually, you know what? I never noticed this. Just the surprised look on this guy's face. I wonder if that's from the resource pack or just standard Minecraft. But that's actually really cute. So similarly, this will happen if the honey level of one of these blocks changes. If one of these blocks changes their honey level, it will change state of the observer, and we're actually going to be able to do something with that. A dispenser looks a little similar to an observer, in every way except that it kind of doesn't. Let me actually make a lever for myself right here. So a dispenser kind of does what it says it does. It dispenses items, so it gave me back my steak. Another thing that it does is that it has special interactions with other items. So if I shot this arrow out, it will actually shoot in front of us, and anything in this area would take damage. Similarly, with something like, whoops, where did I put them? Shears. It will shear the item in front of it. So actually, if we put the dispenser block in front of one of these, either the apiary or the beehive, we'd actually be able to shear the hive. And don't worry, because you can notice this has 151 durability. I can shear this block as many times as I'd like. This is always going to be 151 durability unless it successfully shears a block, which means that it has to have 5 honey level on it first. And sorry, we have a little bit of an intruder. Get out of town. Wow, it's the first time I've shot a mob in this game. If we take our dispenser and we can either put the shears, or I'm actually going to do a glass bottle this time, and right click, I don't know where it went exactly. Oh, you know what? It went back inside of the dispenser. That's another way we can get honey bottles. So, if we wanted to, we can automate this process of getting honey. Now that we have an option of observing changes happening to this block, we can take the signal of change and turn that into something where we can dispense items from. So, say for instance, I can do this, put a dispenser down on top of it. So, now the dispenser is actually facing downwards. You can tell from the downward facing arrow. And we can either put some glass bottles or some shears in it. For this design, I'm actually going to use my shears wherever they might have gone. I actually don't know where my shears went, so I'm just going to grab these ones. Because I have 3 shears for some reason. But yeah, if we take this change and pop it into here, what will happen is this will observe a change happening to the beehive, put it out a signal here, and we're just bringing it up, we're putting it into our beehive. Now, there's a reason why I made this comparator, and that's actually because there's a slight difference between observing a change and looking at a change. So if I put this comparator down, I'm sorry, I should actually explain what a comparator does first. I just realized actually before I get on with the bees, or I'm sorry, before I get on with the comparator, I should show what the comparator does. So actually, if you hook up the comparator to anything that has really, I was about to say a GUI. It actually won't work for a crafting table, but anything that holds storage or can change in some way, a comparator can actually take that output. And if I can even show you, if I put in 1 piece of stone there, you'll see the comparator activate, and you'll see that I have 1 point of power that I can do with something. I'll also show you actually that comparators can act through blocks. So actually this can be kind of helpful for us if we need a little bit of space away from the object. Now, the comparator actually reads how many kinds of things there are in this chest. Now you see I have 48 in there, but it still has 1 point of redstone to it, and I can keep adding more and more stuff, and eventually it will increase to 2. It'll definitely increase to 2 if I put it in that, yes. So the way that comparators work is they actually take redstone output. Oh, nice. They take out output from what percentage of this chest is being used up. So right now we're using 2/15 of this chest's potential storage space and how much stuff we can put in it. That's generally how comparators work. Now, how can we use this for beekeeping? Well, when we hook this up, you can actually see there's already a redstone output to it, and that's because this is probably at honey level 5. So what that means is that we have 5 power level to choose from. So if we use just a little bit of game knowledge, you know what, I'm a little bit silly actually, because we can do that trick that I literally just showed off actually, where if we take our comparator, put it behind a block, we can start out at 5 and then make our way down to 1. So now it won't do it right now just because I don't have the dispenser hooked up. But if I had a dispenser hooked up onto this block with some glass bottles, we could actually automatically get some honey bottles out of this. And there's actually a reason why we're using a comparator and not a observer, and that's actually because an observer changes a state change and does something with it. Now that doesn't matter in the case of shears, because if you can't shear something, it won't use up the durability. However, if we were to detect a state change of honey level 1 to 2 and we used an observer, well, it would just spit out a glass bottle and it wouldn't give us anything back. So what I'm proposing is we make a little farm for ourselves. Now, I'm actually very low on resources. I need to go get some stuff. So, I'm gonna see you guys in the future, and I'll do that with you guys later. Hey again, it's me. I am back. This is me again. This is the present tense me. The 8 months with experience now. Yeah, I have done all this. Honestly, it's been 8 months, so I don't quite remember what I've done. But I've done all this. And in the next episode, I want to clean it up a little bit, and I'm thinking about a couple ideas for the next video that I want to make. I don't fully know yet. I'm just excited to be back. So yeah, whenever the next video pops back up, I'm going to try to have a little bit of a schedule going. Every Tuesday, I'm going to try to have a survival guide come out, and then every Saturday, I'll try to have some kind of redstone video come out. Yeah, but that's all that I have time for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. If you are enjoying this series, please leave a like. It does help out a lot. And I'll catch you in the next video. Adios.